Okay, I think I cut it off in this problem, but this one's asking us in each of these 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of numbers without doing any calculations. Without doing any calculations, which of the 4 choices don't equal the others? So we can reason our way through this, right? 54 and negative 25. Well, that's the same thing as 54 minus 25. So without calculating, I see that B is the same thing, right? So those two are out. And this one, we have 25 minus 54. I have a sense that's going to be the answer, but this one is the same as the others, because when we're adding, we can just switch the order and write this as 54 plus a negative 25, or 54 minus 25, which is the same as B. D is out. That's a commutative property. Here, however, 25 minus 54 has to be less than 54 minus 25, right? Because we're taking so much away from 25. And in fact, this one is not equal to the others. Next problem, now we have decimals here, but we're going to use the same reasoning. This is like adding 3.14, subtracting a negative. So these two, G and F, look at them, they're identical. So they have to be the same to each other. Here, this is like adding on 6.28. And here, this is like taking away 6.28. But we can switch these two right here, again, because of the commutative property. So this can really be read as negative 6.28 plus 3.14, which is the same thing as G and F. So the one that doesn't belong here is J. Right? And I think that makes sense. Adding on 6.28 and taking away 6.28 or adding a negative 6.28 are certainly different from each other. In part A, we have 534 minus 275. And then 275 minus 534. So I know these two are different. Having $534, losing $275 is not the same thing as having 275 and losing 534, right? Those are definitely different from each other. So which one is the same as these down here? Well, I see that D is the same as B because when you add negative 534, that's just losing 534. So you could just write that as 275 minus 534. So these two belong to each other. And there's only one answer for each of these. So I know that to look for something here to make them match B and D. And again, I see that addition sign. So I can use the commutative property and switch these two numbers around to get 275 minus 534. And that's the same thing as D and B. So this time, A doesn't belong. The last one, I see that F and H are the same. Here I have 175 minus 225. That's the same thing as 175 plus negative 225. We're just taking that away. These are identical to each other. And then J also fits because we're using the commutative property. We can rewrite this as 175 plus negative 225, which you'll recognize is identical to F and H, especially F. See, I've written the same. So the one that doesn't fit here is G, 225 minus 175. I can see it doesn't even match this one, right? Those are definitely different, H and G, so one of them couldn't belong. Alright, hope that helped.